Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that when I talk about Melissa, I'm actually talking about Hailey Bieber, the type of woman that no man can respect. And the reason why that is because she just can't find happiness from within herself. So because of that, she has to rely on somebody else to make her happy. The problem is that she's like an emotional crackhead. She's so unhappy, she'll pay anything so that you could remove the emptiness inside of her heart. And that anything is I'll let you treat me however the fuck you want as long as you're here. As long as I can see you tomorrow. And you sell yourself off in that way. You emotionally prostitute yourself in that way. And a lot of the times, when you're that type of person, you're the last person to see how ridiculous you look. You're the last person to see this. So we're gonna be watching some clips where Justin and Hailey are having unhinged moments, and we'll watch it, and I'll give you guys my reaction to it.
Even though they've been married for a long time, and we've collected every unhinged moment of them that looks too ridiculous to be true. There's a lot of evidence that shows how Hailey Baldwin allegedly stalked Justin Bieber into marrying her, and even though it finally worked out for her, it was super unhinged when she realized that she
Well, it's almost the opposite of Liz, where Landon stalked her, but he was the aggressor, right? But where she stalked him, and he Uno reversed her.
might be making a mistake.
I remember calling my parents when we decided to get married, and I said, "This is the time I need you to stop me from doing something crazy."
If she had gotten to think more about it, she would have totally escaped being constantly embarrassed by Justin Bieber as he did when Hailey was trying to explain something to him.
She has no idea what she's talking about, ever.
You see, in that moment, you say, "Don't talk to me like that," and you point that finger. And if he talks, and if he continues to talk to you like that, you end the car ride and you walk away. You see what like? Like I feel bad for her because yeah, she has low self esteem. I do too. So I'm not judging her. But it's everyone has a drug to express their low self esteem. Right. With me, it was doing party drugs. Right. And that's how I express my low self esteem. With her, it's with relationships. I don't express my low self esteem with toxic long term relationships. I express mine through maybe being alone a lot, right? Everyone has their own manifestation. And that's why you have to be careful with judging her because as needy and creepy as she is, we're also needy and creepy, but in our own way, right?
She's clueless. I just listen to her because she's my wife.
And of course, it doesn't get
Yes.
any better for Hailey in her marriage to Justin as they keep having a lot of unhinged moments.
She has a pretty smile. Look at him smiling. He's not smiling. It's like fucking Liz but the white version. like, you know? Oh.
Despite
Oh, come on,
Justin being who
Justin.
she has always wanted to be within her life, it sucks to be treated this way.
Just honest, babe. I can't. Don't touch me right now. Like, not right now, but I'm just sitting here. No, 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 no. Just in general.
Many times when Justin would embarrass Hailey in public, which we will all dive into in this video, people have excused the actions to be because they were caught at a bad time. Still, there are videos they make by themselves in their own home and cars, which puts all these excuses to shame, and here's one of them.
If you weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
From sarcasm to serious business, Justin Bieber never
Well, that's the thing, right? Well, this is the problem with dating guys that have a lot of options, guys that have been to Diddy parties, guys that like just are really famous, is that they look down on women because of just how easy it is for women. One of the things about getting a lot of women is that a lot of times you lose that majesticness, right? You stop like just like that desire you have before you get with a woman is actually very important in respect, right? Because when you have every woman you want, I don't need nothing from you. Like that, at least from his point of view. And the problem is that as a woman, when you hear that, you assume it's a challenge to your worth. When in reality, what it is, it's just a constant dissatisfaction from the guy himself, where no woman can satisfy him, not because they're not attractive, but because they just been completely desensitized. Like they're just so desensitized to poom poom and to women that the only thing that could get them to be interested is maybe the high of power that you get from women wanting you all the time.
Never fails to set Hailey up in the most unhinged way. It's sad to see just how many of these Hailey would continue to take, knowing how she thrived all her life to get this position she's in today, which isn't one to be envied as you see another crazy moment between this couple.
It sucks that the tour was.
I just answered what she was asking me.
Hmm?
Huh?
Funnily enough, that shared laughter didn't help diffuse the awkward moment as it got more uncomfortable.
Anyways.
It's my Lyme disease.
This is the problem with Justin is that he's depressed, he got Lyme disease, and usually when you're depressed, you act like this, but it's not an excuse to be disrespectful. In her mind, she justifies it, right? Justifies it. Oh, he got Lyme disease. Oh my God, he's just depressed, right? And so you justify it because it's a good excuse. And if you say that to yourself, you can continue being with your dream guy. The thing with Haley is that she lives in a fantasy. She doesn't like reality. You know, maybe she never got comforted as a child, and so she learned to escape reality through fantasy, but also through denial of situations. It could be that you're in a horrible home life, and you tell yourself it's nice, it's a beautiful time, this is a great life, this is incredible, this is a great life. You kind of delulu yourself into that. It's a problem, man. Like these people are famous since they're young, especially Haley with her dad. And men like that, they don't connect with their children that much. And so women like her have an emptiness in their hearts and a desire for male validation that most girls who have fathers just don't. And the chaos in her family, if you read about it, is pretty chaotic. And so she's trying to find stability, and one of the most unstable people, bro. He went to a Diddy party, like no Diddy party people.
Not your Lyme disease. Are you
No.
worried about my Lyme disease?
Of course, Justin, she's worried about your Lyme disease because she's your wife, which Hailey had to explain, probably because Justin doesn't get it most of the time.
I was out, in every freaking day in the doctor with you for months. So
Yeah, but
Despite the reasons
Damn,
Hailey laid out, Justin wouldn't agree
that's
because
crazy.
even though they are married, he doesn't seem to see Hailey as his, as that moment ended up turning into an argument.
sometimes
they asked if I was scared about the Lyme disease because I'm the one that has it.
right, but that didn't say that. I just was saying that you were taking all the
Listen to
necessary.
me, man.
You see, at that moment, she has to like stop being fucking Melissa and step up. Stop being a little bitch. Seriously. Like, yo, don't talk to me like that, motherfucker. You got Lyme disease. I can help you. Like, you gotta people like him, that's how you speak to them. Like you don't speak to them with this fucking Melissa the white girl. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Justin. Like, what the fuck? No, you know what? It's a commercial break. You need it. Let's go to a little commercial break. Are you needy and creepy? Do you have a tough time coming across confident when you like the person? A lot of the times you just don't know what to do. You have habits and patterns that whenever somebody triggers you, you completely forget what to do the right thing. Well, guess what? I have a course for that. And it's called The Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and The Feminine Woman. What I call the fundamentals. All of those courses are meant to eradicate and exercise the needy, creepy parts in you through action. Meaning, you do what the videos say, and without a shadow of a doubt, you actually get the results. You'll notice that men call you back more. Men will want more relationships with you. They're gonna be the ones that are needy and creepy. They're gonna be the ones that want something. They're gonna be the ones that are the aggressors in trying to get a relationship out of you. But the problem is that a lot of people just watch one or two videos and completely forget that there's actually a system. Don't just watch one or two videos. Get the system either by purchasing all of them and get a discount, or purchase them individually. Because a lot of the times, just watching one video in isolation, you actually miss the big picture. You have to understand why it works. You have to understand what to do next. And a lot of times, my videos just can't address that. A lot of people, you see by the testimonies right here,
A lot of people have done what those videos say, and they've gotten results. Like the other day, I was in Mexico, and they were like, "Hey, Alexis," and I'm like, "Hey, oh my God, you watch your videos are so great." And I'm like, and she was like, "Look at my kid." I'm like, "What you talk about your kid? That's not my kid." She's like, "No, no, no, because of him, because of your videos, he's here." And I'm like, okay, all right, that's a. But I get that a lot. And ironically, that woman watches all of my videos, right? So purchase those courses, man. And if you don't like it, you actually could get a 30-day money back guarantee, right? Purchase them individually or get a discount and purchase them all by clicking on the description down below. You have the option of purchasing the one with the bonuses that obviously it's more material, where it's like I give you guys meditations. There's also other courses on how to make friends, how to master anything, or you could purchase it without the bundle, which is much more affordable. All right. And with that, you guys are able to support my channel, which will allow me to make more videos. Okay. Anyways, see you guys inside, and thank you. All right, we're back.
Yeah, that's the attitude.
It's evident and sad that Justin has been through a lot, but the person who gets to be on the receiving end of his rude attitude shouldn't have been his wife because, on many occasions, he appears nicer to other people like he did.
Well, it's because usually you are more yourself with the people that you love and the people that love you back. You're more polite to strangers than to your family member, right? Because with strangers, you don't know them to show you who you are. Only your family see your shadow, right? Only your family can see your shadow completely. And so with Justin, yeah, when he doesn't love you, when he's not vulnerable around you, you're gonna see that the nice side. But when you know that when he knows you know the vulnerable side of him, that's when people are more willing to show their aggressive side. You're more aggressive towards those who are closest to you. If you're a woman, the one who's gonna kill you is not gonna be fucking Bob the stalker, or Tyrone the YN, or fucking Louise the YL, young Latino, right? No, like it's gonna be your husband, your friend that you know. Like those are the ones that are willing to do that. Like most people don't kill strangers. Like they usually the people who they know.
Here.
Well, we're so blessed and honored to have you on our live, and thank you for doing this. You look gorgeous, obviously.
And how about being blessed and honored to have Hailey in your life, Justin? However, when Hailey tried to review how marriage has been for her so far, it didn't go well, as it led to another wild moment between the couple.
One thing I don't like about being married is that you are a little bit messy sometimes.
A
And
little bit messy. You see, the thing with her is that she's looking at his face. Look at how bored he is, right? And notice how more expressive she is. A lot of the times, a face like that to a woman like her makes her anxious because she wants to read what's in your mind, and you're not giving her anything. It's like a dog, like her. Right? She's a creepy golden retriever, and I'm sorry with her, like she just had to develop a backbone, and she doesn't. Like she's passive aggressive, and she's creepy in the most creepy way. I mean, she's the creepiest of the creep.
Oh my God. That's not true.
a little bit.
Hailey
Stop
can't
smiling.
even successfully make a complaint because she's the lucky one who got what she wanted.
Look at this room and
You know what they say, careful what you ask for. You got to be very. I've learned that the hard way. I've asked you some things, and I wish I had never gotten it. What the fuck is follow these beginnings? You'll never find out.
let's really look at whose stuff is in this room. It's all your stuff, your makeup, your Adidas stuff, your
That's
shirt.
yours. That's your Adidas stuff.
When Hailey isn't complaining, which she rarely does as people on the internet tend to do that on her behalf, she's trying to show some affection to Justin, but it doesn't always work out. Hailey might have Justin, but with some
He is an avoidant, and she is an anxious attachment. That is a horrible. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with avoiding. I could be avoiding sometimes, but the problem is the rudeness, right? They're avoiding people that are not rude, that are not disrespectful towards a partner, right?
restrictions, which is not what Hailey signed up for. But come to think of it, the signs were there from the beginning when he left the whole wedding preparation to Hailey.
He is not very involved. to be honest. I think he trusts my vision.
The vision didn't work because she should have known at the time that she would be carrying the weight of their marriage on her back with little to no help from Justin.
She was involved in pretty much all of the decision making as far as like the wedding was concerned. I just basically showed up.
Crazily enough, the wedding is over and the marriage is now concerned. But even after so many years, Justin is still not very used to being married to Hailey, which isn't surprising considering how it all started.
It's a journey, and I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems.
And since the
Well, it's stability, right? Um, he sees Haley as the better part in him, right? The more passive, softer, affectionate side, and he's the cold, distant. And so maybe being with her can fix it. And it's true, it doesn't. And he realized that. And I can promise you, when he realized it, he wasn't disappointed. He was disappointed in her because she's his projection. And I promise you, she felt that. She felt that through just feeling like she can't make him happy. She can't make him happy. And so rather than walk away, she starts getting ratchet, ghetto, needy, and creepy, and just copying people that he likes. And, like, I think with Selena Gomez, she took a photo and then Hailey did the same photo. It's everything but walk away. You look pathetic when you don't walk away. You make other people, other women that look like her look bad. All the needy, creepy motherfuckers. Like they have this energy about them that just anyone that looks like them gets associated with them. The issue here is twofold. Justin, because he's not honest, suffer on your own, my dude. Like don't drag other people down with you. And you, Haley, wake up, you goofy. Like what the fuck?
marriage failed on that end of making him happy, Hailey continues to bear the brunt of it all, which doesn't get any better. The sad thing isn't the marriage that didn't solve all of Justin's problems, it's the fact that he sometimes forgets that he has a wife. Seeing this unbelievable moment where he slammed the car's door on Hailey.
What up, Jay? What's up, Justin? Good morning, Justin.
And you want to know why
She
this
doesn't
is
say
sad?
anything.
It's because Justin would happily open the door for a friend, but not Hailey, except to slam it on her.
Well, again, she's a projection. Like imagine that we treat like imagine that you saw imagine a crackhead, right? And imagine that the crackhead gets to see his old self in real life and hang out with them. What you see is that the crackhead would literally beat the fuck up out of the old self. The crackhead will not feed her sometimes. The crackhead will be very verbally and physically abusive to this external version of who they used to be. Right? All the crack smoking, all of the destroying your family, self-sabotage, you're just seeing it externalized with Justin Bieber and his shadow, which is Hailey, the other better half. But also, Justin is her shadow as well. Because there's a reason why she stays. She wants to win him over.
Her instead. Hailey is always so proud of Justin, which
The
Hailey is
selective
always so proud
kindness,
of Justin, which is one of the reasons she
you
wanted
know?
to be with him so desperately, but even when she's trying to celebrate his little victories now that they are married, it never fails to backfire. Knowing that Justin isn't always a happy participant in their marriage, Hailey took action and released a cute video that should have been about her husband recording her. But she was caught as fans quickly discovered she was filming herself and pretending it was Justin after zooming into her eyes.
You know, like you sort of get secondhand embarrassment, you know? Um, and you'd be surprised how often this happens. People fake their relationship. They rather live in the illusion that everyone can see than the reality that they experience moment to moment. The truth is, you should leave, but she rather keep up the images. It's because she just not doesn't want to be in reality at the end of the day. She'd rather be miserable and lying to herself than to be honest and recovering from all the trauma she's going through and putting herself through. Oh Lord, it's embarrassing.
Now,
Oh
Hailey
God.
knows better than to trick the fans, who are always watching with keen eyes, who figure things out even when Justin was asked this simple question about their relationship but had to think hard about it as he answered.
How did you and Haley meet? I don't think I've ever heard that story.
How did we meet? We met in the early mornings of a Today Show taping. I'm pretty sure she didn't want to be there.
And fans immediately realized he wasn't telling the truth because that's what Hailey must have told him, since all alleged evidence reveals that Hailey wanted to go wherever Justin was performing, but he continued his story anyway.
Her dad dragged her out of bed in the morning, and basically was like, I think because she was raised Christian, and
Until he mentioned what many people believe to be the truth.
it was an arranged marriage, I'm pretty sure. I'm not. Looking back now, I'm like, it was definitely an arranged marriage. Like, they set this whole thing up.
With that question, excited Hailey and Justin fans would have hoped to hear a romantic fairy tale of how Justin fell in love with Hailey. However, it was a different outcome when he revealed they got together because they are both Christians with shared values that their parents supported. And while that still sounds good, it fell pretty off from how many popular celebrities talk about their significant others. Interestingly, they might share similar values but not the same direction, because when Justin took a different route from Hailey's path, it went down in history as a very insane moment.
A little bit later, maybe. Jay, maybe later. Just Beiber.
Haley
Damn, that
initially
must
appeared
suck getting that much attention. You know what's crazy? I've been thinking about like hiding my face because it's kind of like, oh my God, he's famous. Shut up, Melissa. Okay, goddamn, right? You just never know. You don't want to be this famous. I don't think I'll ever have to worry about that. But still, though, like I'm starting to get a lot of dudes recognize me in the streets, and dudes are a little different than women because they're not threatening. Women are not, but dudes, especially the YNs, they're a little too aggressive when they recognize you. I'll be walking around, they'll be like, "Hey, man," I'm like, "Oh my God, oh shit, what?" Look at videos, man. You really helped me. Like, oh my God, goddamn it. Nigga, like, damn, bro, relax. Stop it with that shit, man. Another guy, hey man, bro, whoa, what the fuck? I like your videos, man. They really help. I'm like, you too again, nigga, goddamn. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to intimidate you. I'm just, I'm a little excited. Okay, relax. Just don't come up to me like that, man. Another guy would be like, put your hands up, nigga. What? Because I want to give you a hug, man. I really appreciate your videos. I'm like, oh, god damn it, man. Here we go again.
to be waiting for him as soon as they walked out, and even though they could have different places to go, the way they parted is just another action that has continued to put them in a bad spotlight. However, sometimes just
Yeah, and the thing, what blows my mind is that they stay together. Like, I just don't understand. I really don't get it. Maybe it's because of their Christian background, their guilt makes it difficult to leave, but I don't know, man. That's just wild as hell, man. Anyways, man, let me know who else I should review. I'm gonna do a few more of these. These are fun to make. They're interesting to listen to. And it's a cautionary story, man. Like people just can't respect you when you behave like this. This is too needy and creepy. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org. Bye-bye.